Hi, this is Bridget with Life on Spectrum, and today I want to specifically talk to you about one type of evaluation that your school district or psychiatrist could do for your son or daughter, and that is called the ADOS. The ADOS stands for Autism Diagnostic Observational Schedule. Now it sounds kind of strange, and I know that, but basically it's a comprehensive evaluation to do a total overview of what your son or daughter needs on the autism spectrum. Now there are two versions. There was the ADOS 1 and now there's the ADOS 2. And I was just telling a colleague of mine that it's very similar to like the Windows system on your computer. There's a Windows 7 and then there's an updated version of Windows 10. It's very similar, but there's a few updates. So either one is fine. I would suggest trying to ask for the ADOS 2 because it is updated, especially with the more research that is done with autism. But if worse comes to worse, get at least the ADOS 1 done on your son or daughter. What's nice about the ADOS is it actually gets the parents involved more too. There is an entire packet that the parents have to complete. Now, do not be embarrassed. You need to fill this out truthfully. It does ask you some personal questions, especially about toilet training, about if your son or daughter still cannot handle themselves with hygiene and things like that. They also dive into different behaviors at home and things like that, so that they need to see the full picture, the capture of your son or daughter at home versus school. At this point in time, I also want to realize to you and make sure you understand that school is school and home is home. Some of the things that your son or daughter does at home on the autism spectrum, they do not do at school. So don't be afraid or embarrassed to say these things that they're doing at home, because hopefully there might be a way that at school they can help teach your son or daughter these things that they shouldn't be doing at home. Also with the ADOS, what's nice is after they take all these different evaluations or questionnaires from not just you, but also the special education teacher and the general education teachers or whoever else is involved, they compile it together. And it's almost kind of like a rating checklist. And through that rating checklist, they'll see if there's any other needs that they possibly need to evaluate. This may include like social pragmatics with speech and language. So then their speech and language evaluation will be done. Then from there, it could also be an occupational therapist if they need help with fine motor, and also physical therapy or even a feeding team evaluation. So the ADOS is more comprehensive. Yes, it takes a little bit more time. Yes, it can be a little bit more expensive for the school district, but it's more comprehensive. And finally, they will be testing your son or daughter individually. Usually it's in a smaller room or a smaller like playroom area depending on the age, and it's usually done with the school psychologist. They will be doing an IQ test and an achievement test. This will actually show their strengths academically, and you'd be surprised. Sometimes the results are very, very good, and sometimes you're like, no, that's not right. But you have to remember they do try to break down these tests for your son or daughter to do, but depending on their schedule, it may be like a 2 or 3 hour time period. So the testing could be skewed. But just keep in mind, those are still just creating goals that they can work on, and goals can always be changed throughout the school year. So hopefully that helps a little bit with the breakdown of the ADOS, the Autism Diagnosis Observational Schedule. And like I said, there's Schedule 1 and Schedule 2. Either one is fine, but I prefer 2 because it is updated with the new research. Hopefully that helps, and I'm Bridget with Life on Spectrum. Thanks for watching that episode, and make sure you come back and join us again for upcoming videos. They'll be uploaded almost on a daily basis. Also, if you really enjoyed us, like us below, or even leave a comment for us to respond back to. And if for all of you that are really involved in the Life on Spectrum, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. We appreciate you. We hope that this is worthwhile for you, and we'll see you next time on Life on Spectrum.